UTRGV Football Signing Day Spectacular from the UTRGV Performing Arts Complex. Excited to have you all join us on this beautiful evening. It's the perfect Wednesday, Coach.
It is. How about that? Huh?
Because today you won in a big way. Your roster keeps on growing. On today's signing day, another 41 kids joining the 10 who signed early in December. And who knows, by the time this show actually airs, could be even more. Make sure you check out goutrgv.com for all the latest on the UTRGV football signing class and the roster heading in for 2024. And many thanks to Wing Barn for supplying the amazing food today. Remember, Wing Barn, dang good food with friends and family. So, Coach, congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it.
I mean, I know you've been working so hard these last few weeks, months, year.
Over a year, yeah.
And you finally have the culmination of all of your efforts today. But as you would always say, it's not just you. You've got a very hardworking coaching staff that has really put in a lot of time and miles crisscrossing Texas to make that class for you. So why don't we welcome up that coaching staff, and you can introduce us to all of them.
Yeah, come on up, man. Chris Brassfield is going to coach our wide receivers. He'll head up our player development. I know he looks 25, but he was actually a young coach when my senior year in college, and when I was a receiver at Southwest Texas, and had a connection there, and he coached me there. We spent some time at TCU, but he's bounced around some of the top Division I universities in the nation, the NFL. I still think he does some clothes modeling on the side, but he and done a lot with player development, and he's going to be huge addition to our staff. The young guy, James Lockhart. You've seen his energy already. He started last Friday, first recruiting weekend, was right in the mix, but has already formed great relationships with our young men. Again, going back to Chris Brassford real quick, you'll see that all these guys are Texas guys. Texas high school and Texas college. Chris played at San Antonio J and then played up at UTEP and at TCU. Lockhart is from Ennis, Texas. Won a state championship there. Played at Baylor, played at Tech, then coached it. Spent some time with the Pittsburgh Steelers, and then got into coaching there with some good staffs there at Baylor, and came to us from Texas Tech just last weekend. So excited about him. He'll coach our outside linebackers. One of the original four, Brian Gamble, defensive coordinator. Linebacker, Alto, Texas. Y'all won a state championship there too, didn't you? Did you win state? Played at a little school up the road in College Station, was an All-American linebacker there at A&M. Been at every level, coached at every level, was actually on the original staff in Incarnate Word when they started, so he's done this before, and just been humongous in over the past year and us helping get this thing started. He's an outstanding addition there. Mike Barella. Played at El Paso, Texas, from El Paso, played up in North Texas. Coached many levels all across the nation. We spent some time together at Texas State. He was our tight end coach there and did a phenomenal job. Great recruiter, great family guy. Wife is from Edinburgh, and her father played for the Bronx, played baseball for the Bronx. So excited to get him down here, and going to be a huge addition for us. Mr. Marcus Coleman, D. Langham Creek High School in Dallas, Texas. Huh? Oh, Lake Highlands. I'm sorry. Yeah, the Lake Highlands. I'm sorry, Lake Highlands. And played up at Texas Tech. Spent 11 years playing in the NFL with the New York Jets, the Texans, and then finally with the Cowboys. Has coached at many levels. Was Arena League head coach. Got back into college coaching, but excited to be able to steal him from Trinity University to get him down there. But our special teams coordinator and corners coach, and who better to coach those guys than a guy that did in the NFL for 11 years. Nate Langford, I first saw this guy when I was coaching him at Goodnight Junior High in San Marcos, and he played at San Marcos High School for Bruce Bush, played for us at Texas State when I coached there, but just a phenomenal young coach. Been in the high school ranks. Had the first time I could hire him as a defensive coordinator for us at Seguin High School. We did, and tried to hire him at Canyon, but he got his own head job, an athletic director job. But guy that's going to no doubt hit it big at the college level. Play Texas State and San Marcos, but excited he's down here. He jumped on this pretty quick, and he's going to coach our defensive ends. Adrian McDonald, the only guy that did not play Texas high school football, little stayed up north, but got to Texas as quickly as he could. Played for us at the University of Houston, was a quarterback turned defensive back, graduated from Houston, and he was with the LA Chargers, the Buffalo Bills in the NFL, and quickly has not been coaching long, but climbing up the ranks as great recruiter, phenomenal coach, and excited to get him down here from Midwestern State. He's going to be our pass game coordinator. He's one of our recruiting coordinators and coach our DBs. He's been a huge factor in recruiting. Got guys to commit to UTRGV without even stepping foot on campus. So that tells you what kind of recruiting job he does. The Valley's own Marco Regalado, from Zapata, Texas, which is, as we divided up the Valley schools recruiting, we had to include Zapata, so we counted that as a Valley school, but got an opportunity there at Texas State and has been around the coaching ranks there and coaching, high school coach down here in the Valley, understands the Valley, and then knew his jump, got up in the college ranks, spent some time at Washington State and Rice. But just a phenomenal recruiter. This is home to him. We're able to get him down here for Rice. He's going to coach our running backs and do a phenomenal job. Jeffrey Bowen, Birdville High School outside of Fort Worth. Again, played for us at Texas State. And again, just talk about toughness. Came there as a walk-on, tryout walk-on guy. All he did was earn a starting spot at center. All-American, helped us win conference there in 2008, and played half the season with 3 slip discs in the back and a broken snapping head and never missed a play. But just shows you the toughness. He's going to coach our offensive line, if you can imagine, and been coaching in the college rank. Tried to hire him twice, but he would not come to high school, so finally was able, third time the charm, get him down here, and we're excited to have Coach Bowen. Up top, Coach Mike Schultz. Coach Schultz, offensive coordinator, quarterbacks coach, and Coach Bowen is a co-offensive coordinator as well. But Coach Schultz has been calling plays for longer than everyone on our roster has been alive right now. And we actually worked together. He was an offensive coordinator when I GA'd at TCU. He played at Jersey Village, Texas High School, and then Sam Houston. He's been around the Division I level at a lot of places, but what's key, he was a head coach at Lamar. He's been a head coach at this level already and be a big benefit to me and our staff, but having a former head coach that's done it before to give us some advice as we get this thing going. But he's really excited he wanted to join us down here. First guy, John Simmons. He is our football operations director, the guy that does everything involved for our program, everything off the field, every recruiting, dinner, meal, graphic. I mean, this guy does it all, and he's the foundation of everything we do. New Braunfels High School graduate. He actually played for us at UTSA. He was on the original team when we started, so just as all these 51 guys you see, he was one of those coming in, so he's done that before. He can give them that perspective when they come in here having gone through this. And being through there, earning a scholarship, graduating, and then getting into to operations. Was at Rice when they built their facilities, and he is a great asset for everything we've done planning these buildings. But the key that doesn't get enough credit for what he does, and we're super excited. But he is definitely the most important dude on this staff. And our director of high school relations, Bruce Bush, and retired Texas high school football coach, 42 years. His record speaks for itself. He's in the Hall of Honor in the RGV, the Coastal Bend Texas High School Coach Association. He's coached everywhere from the Panhandle to the Rio Grande Valley, and knows more high school coaches than any of us in this room, and will definitely be an asset of keeping us in great relations with the high school coaching staff and the THSCA, and as well as, again, just keeping us in line as a guy that's head coach for 42 years, just his insight, being around the staff, and all the advice he can give us. We're extremely excited that he wanted to be a part of this.
Well, great to meet your entire coaching staff and Bruce Bush there. I call him Hall of Famer or legend. You call him Dad.
Yeah.
What's it like working with your dad?
Oh, really? No, it's good. We've had a great relationship always. I grew up in the field house. My first time I remember football was on the sideline at PSJ Bears in the 80s, and grew up in the field house in Alice, and had the opportunity to play for him there at Gregory Portland, and such a good relationship. It's great years there. Always been a role model, a mentor, and especially getting into coaching. And then, straight out of college, one thing I always wanted to do was coach with him. And so the first job out of college, I got a job with him at San Marcos High School, and then had the opportunity to get in the college ranks after that. But always been a mentor. Probably my biggest critic will be. And so when this thing worked out, and you're coaching in this profession, and they're retired down here, you get to where you see them maybe once or twice a year. So the opportunity to be around them every day and stop by the house in the Witt office, have a cup of coffee with them. But now to have him at the office, he's going to show up and give us his opinion anyway. So, really, I think the thing, his record speaks for himself. But one of the things through his career that people probably don't know is how well he develops coaches. And when I got into high school coaching at that time, there were well over 40 of his former assistants that were active head coaches, myself included. So what he's done to develop coaches from his organization, his leadership, has allowed several of his assistants to become head coaches, and things that I learned from him we will use in this program and use every day. So again, just his availability to be around our young guys and help with anything any insight we can get from guys like that have done it for years is invaluable.
Today we learned that you've got more than 50 student athletes committed to your 2024 roster. How do you feel about this recruiting class?
For the first time, it's been such a whirlwind and overwhelming and so busy. And there was a time, whole staff's in the office before 7, and because they couldn't sign until 7, so they start coming in and rolling in. And then as they kind of slowed down, we were still in there. And for the first time, I kind of looked at the staff and kind of realized, okay, we've got amazing coaches. Now we've got players, and now your tail starts wagging a little bit because this is getting real. We're starting to think, hey, here's what the guys we got coming in. Here's what we can do with these guys. So now those juices are flowing. But for the first time, probably getting really excited about the future. And there's so many unknowns, and there's 50 on the sheet because we can only release that many. There's still some paperwork with some other guys. We have over 70 guys committed on this team right now. And looking back, something like this, there's so many unknowns. And, when we start looking at kind of the landmarks for us, our goal by February 7th, 2024, we were hoping to maybe have 35, 40 guys interested in this program. And our goal by May was like 60. We can only bring in about 65 to 80 in this first practice year. So, to have on February 7th over 75 guys and us to have to say, no more, we can't take any more right now. We're going to fill the rest with a tryout. So just the way things are exceeding expectations, from the facilities to the quality of coaches we're able to get down here, the quality of these 50 guys and 75 guys that are on this roster is pretty amazing.
So when you were out there getting these student athletes interested in UTRGV, what were you looking for?
Early on, it's, kind of looking for those tough, smart kids that love football and just wanted to be a part of something. We're not talking NIL deals or anything that the majority of these guys on this roster are walk-ons. They're paying to come here. We don't have enough scholarships to fill everyone out. So, really kind of looking for good high school football players, and the focus was Texas high schools. But really, even going back to what we didn't learn at UTSA until we had kids on campus, we never thought of it, was when these guys show up, there's no upperclassmen. There's no juniors and seniors to learn from, to learn the ropes, to figure things out. So these guys have to be the leaders from the get-go. So that was a key piece too, and looking for this class was, tough, smart kids, love football, but also mature guys, leaders, guys that can come in here and kind of help build the foundation and be the foundation setters.
Hey, Coach, you do actually have one upperclassman on your team?
We do.
Yeah. Ian Box.
Ian Box.
You got a transfer. He comes in from Lamar, where he's been the last 2 years. That's another NCAA Division I FCS program. Played for you at Seguin. So how big is it to have somebody who you're familiar with and also has that college football experience on the roster?
Good, and there'll be more. But he's a dynamic high school player, and he's one that reached out to us. And when this deal went down, he played, had a great relationship with Coach Langford and played for us. But he gets what we're about. He understands the culture, and he wanted to be a part of it again. So without a doubt, I think it's important too to get guys that already buy into your culture that are going to help be those foundation setters from the get-go.
100% Texas high school kids, including a number from the Rio Grande Valley.
Exactly. Yeah, and we're excited about those. There's still more that are on that list that we can't release yet from here, and that's the goal. We're going to start recruiting from the Valley and work our way up through the entire state of Texas. And we want to keep the best guys here, and there's always going to be some every year. But if we feel like they're good enough and we can keep it at home, we will. And we did that. Felt like we got some of the best, and we did get. Some of them had opportunities and they wanted to leave the Valley. We understand that, but if we can keep those close to home. Family is the number one priority in our program, and we understand family is important. And if they can stay here and their family can see them play and they can be around their family and build a fan base, then we would definitely want to keep them home.
Plenty more to come on the UTRGV Football Signing Day Spectacular. We're going to talk more about this recruiting class and what they have to look forward to here at UTRGV in the years to come. Stay tuned here from the UTRGV Performing Arts Complex in Edinburgh on KRGV Channel 5.
In a growing community, we are two news teams working for you.
You get the same quality of journalism,
whether it's on Channel 5 News or Noticias RGV.
We combine bilingual anchors and reporters to inform you in both English y Español.
With the largest weather team, we work to protect you and your family during severe weather.
When you need to understand what's happening in the RGV, turn to the team that understands you.
2 channels, 2 languages, your choice.
Channel 5 News and Noticias RGV.
If you've been injured in a serious accident or arrested on serious charges, you need an attorney that will fight for you in court. Trust attorney Carlos A. Garcia, because serious cases require a serious lawyer. Call us at 956-584-1448, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Town Place Suites by Marriott, Edinburgh's newest destination spot and a host hotel of UTRGV Athletics, with the amenities that a frequent long-stay traveler or visiting team in town to take on the V-Nation looks for. The nightlife is amplified with Ignite Lounge, a great way to wrap up a long workday or celebrate a big win. Town Place Suites by Marriott on Trenton, in between Business 281 and Sugar Road, and minutes away from the excitement of UTRGV. Town Place Suites by Marriott, Edinburgh.
When you picture yourself at a Dallas Cowboys game, you never picture yourself planning it. And why should you? That's what we're here for. RGV Tours takes all of the stress and hassle out of doing the things you love. Book your game tour with us and enjoy the NFL experience, an epic tailgate party, and more. We secure your tickets and get you there and back in a private charter bus while you focus on the real action. Visit rgvtours.com to book your Cowboys game tour today. And above all, relax. We know the road.
What does the future of Texas look like? One region, one mission, one university. This is the future of Texas.
It's the UTRGV Football Signing Day Spectacular, brought to you by Wing Barn. Dang good food with friends and family. Well, we've been talking about how you've been putting together this incredible signing class that you have, and you can check it out at goutrgv.com to see all the bios, to learn who is so far committed for the 2024 roster. It was exciting earlier today. I was walking through your offices, and now all the offices are full.
Yeah.
It's nice, and I'm sure you very much enjoy. And while I was over there, I'm watching the construction that's happening around your temporary building, and there's a lot happening. The most well-known, of course, is the Carroll's Performance Center, 45,000 plus square foot facility that's going to house the UTRGV football program. I mean, this is state of the art. This is something that a lot of programs don't have, and you're going to have it right off the bat.
No doubt, no doubt. And that's been huge in recruiting. And then goes back to Chase Conk, President Guy Bailey, the administration, for the investors, donors, the resources, everything that's been put in place before we got here to set this thing up to be first class. And and that was huge for the recruiting process. When they came, they see the vision, but when they came down here and see the commitment to excellence from our administration, the plan put in place, the facilities, the level of facilities that we're building that'll be top in the nation in Division I, and to see them being built and understand they're going to walk into those things was huge in recruiting. And that's, you look at the landscape of college athletics, and you see universities constantly improving facilities, because it's about bringing young men and women to your university, and young people want nice stuff. And I think everybody nowadays wants nice stuff. So we're going to have the nicest around, and it's exciting to see, but definitely a huge part in getting the quality of guys down here, and coaching staff as well. When they see what we're building, and they're going to have a chance to live in that and understand, again, the vision, because we've been around places where the commitment's not there. We've all been places where you don't even see the president, and to have the president of the university come out and meet your recruits when they get on campus, talk to them, know their name, know the coaches' names, ADs there, I mean, the administration there, we have professors there that are talking to individual students. I mean, that doesn't happen. And then for parents to come back and say, hey, we've gone to all these other universities, bigger universities, and we don't see that. We understand the people there, and we know it's truly special, but a credit to the people of this university, and it's been phenomenal.
Well, Dr. Bailey has certainly done a lot to help this university grow. I think that over the last few years, it's been clear that his plan has worked well. And, he and his wife, Ella Mantilla, they are very generous people. They give a lot. And they made a significant personal donation to make sure that you have the best academic success center in the United Athletic Conference, the NCAA, you name it.
And in the VPC.
Yeah.
In your facility that you're going to be in every day. And the number one goal in our program is to graduate students from UTRGV, and for them to come down here and see our goals lining up with our vision and our plan. Hey, we're going to put a first-class academic center in our building, and we're going to have all the resources available to give you the best opportunity to get that degree is humongous. And again, goes a long way with the recruits and parents and them understanding that our vision and our plan is aligned with our number one goal in our program.
Well, you've been going nonstop for weeks, months, etc. now. So any chance you're going to get a day off?
The staff will tomorrow and Friday. Yeah, well, normally you get some time off. They've all been going on the road, of course, and then you're on the road recruiting all weekend. You come here and you spend your weekend with recruits, and then you're back on the road. So definitely have a break. So normally you give them a few days off. We do have an all coaches meeting at 8 a.m. Monday, so we'll all be back Monday morning for that. Which now that we got a football staff, we might need to negotiate 8 a.m. Meetings on the Monday after Super Bowl. But we understand there hadn't been a football staff around here. But no, so we'll all be back in the office Monday morning, and we'll clean up some things. We'll get started within the next week now, as we got the full staff of really focusing on, and we see our personnel start focusing on offense, defense structure, work on that. We'll immediately get on the 2025 class. Recruiting never stops. So we'll get about a week break, and then we'll start evaluating and recruiting for the 2025 class. And a year from now, we'll be sitting here talking about them.
Wow. So it never really stops.
No. No. So it's not recruiting. You can't. Old coach told me if you don't do it every day, it's like shaving. If you don't do it every day, it shows. And so we'll definitely get busy on the 2025 class and get a head start. And we'll get our areas rolling, and you'll see us back on the road on April 15th to recruit the 2025 class.
Well, we're going to take one more time out. We'll be back in a moment to wrap things up from the UTRGV Performing Arts Complex here in Edinburgh on KRGV Channel 5.
UT Health RGV is dedicated to transforming healthcare in our community. Our board-certified doctors provide specialized, top-level care that's new to the Rio Grande Valley. We're embracing cutting-edge technology and advancing medical research for a healthier South Texas. And at our UTRGV School of Medicine, we're empowering the next generation of physicians you can trust. For the personalized care you need, choose UT Health RGV.
This is a walk-on athlete. They train longer, put their heart into the game. This is the passion we're built on. It's why we put our heart into creating game day with a taste of Louisiana. Walk-ons, we live for this.
In the minute it takes to knock back your drink, spot your new crush, or cheer on the home team, you could do something that really makes a difference. Sign up as an organ donor. In less than a typical timeout, you could sign up to save 8 lives. It sure beats using a minute to mustard that hot dog. Sign up at tosa1.org.
Bobby, Killers Golf has new lure pricing for you and new members.
Existing members should also get new pricing.
Existing members do get new pricing.
All members get new pricing.
That's right, all members.
What about non-members?
Non-members also get new pricing.
Everyone gets new pricing.
Everyone gets new pricing.
Everyone.
Everyone. Everyone.
Well, good. My work is done here. It's time to go practice and play.
At Raising Cane's, we focus on being the best at one thing and getting it right every time. Which is why every chicken finger meal we serve is marinated, hand-battered, cooked to order, and made just for you. Quality isn't complicated, and our menu is proof.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
Now hiring awesome crew. Apply at workatcanes.com.
Thank you for joining us for the UTRGV Football Signing Day Spectacular, presented by Wing Barn and coming to you in front of a live studio audience at the UTRGV Performing Arts Complex. If you want to catch an archived version of this episode, tell everybody to go watch it at goutrgv.com/coacheshow. We'll be back with you in April to introduce you to another first head coach in department history, our women's swimming and diving head coach, who we'll have in here by then, as well as getting you ready for the WAC Tennis Championships that UTRGV will be hosting in Harlingen in late April. But for now, this is Jonah Goldberg saying so long from the UTRGV Performing Arts Complex. This has been the UTRGV Football Signing Day Spectacular. Get your visa.